and welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Life. Sorry we are laughing because we had some little arguments behind the scene. And should we bring it to the main show?
No.
Or just stay behind the scene? Okay, we'll continue after.
What happened?
We have to please our viewers. After we finish pleasing you, we will displease ourselves till we win the Nigeria-Ghanaian battle. In quotes. It is 3 against 1. And that's the imposter right there. I mean, everybody point to the imposter.
Look at this sandwich in here.
Of course, what do you expect? Anyways, welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Life, and I remain one of your hosts, Mr. Fowler.
Mr. Follow.
Or I like the way they like to spoil my name.
Miss Fowler.
Mr. Following.
I heard one again during like 2 weeks ago, Miss Folu. I was like, this is new. I like this. I took screenshots. Everybody was just laughing.
As long as there's food there.
There's 4. Okay. What about the fool? Fula.
I didn't say it.
Anyways, welcome to another episode. Merhaba, Hosh Geldinis and Hosh Buduk. Bye bye. Thank you very much.
At this point, for is everything fine?
And I want to say, here we go again with Nigerian codes. Here we go again with Nigerian codes.
Let's not even start.
Did you hear anything?
I will move the topic to the side and I'll focus on Ghana, on Ghanaian people now.
Let's not do that.
When last did you people? Don't worry. When last did people win a trophy in football? Sorry. When last did people win a trophy in football?
Let's not go there.
I don't understand. Say
No,
Nigeria.
we don't understand.
We want silver in the competition.
We are talking about silver. Silver.
What do you have? It's even plastic.
We have God.
They won't play.
We have God.
They kept the wash plate in Ivory Coast. After that one, they went to.
Go and ask Moses Bliss. He would explain.
Or go and ask Moses Bliss' wife what she's enjoying. So tell me why is she now? She's in Nigeria.
Oh, a lawyer for that matter.
Bring it in.
Racist set of people.
Now we are racist.
We don't accept that.
Anyways, we have the final 5 minutes of this episode to argue about Ghanaian and Nigerian jollof rice and Nigerian players and Nigeria. When last do we have constant light, because that's always been their angle. But I hate
They don't have light again. They don't have
money to fund it.
Is it waiting?
Well, after 5 minutes.
We say thank you very much for joining, for viewing, for liking, for subscribing, for following us back to back. And I see so many people watching this episode over and over and over again. in the future. And speaking futuristically.
Glory.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Rema.
So let's tone the energy down because we're going into another touching, enthusiastic, emotional,
Do you have tissue?
sardonic,
I need
lugubrious, and a topic that is quite intensified. You understand? If the English is correct.
I wouldn't
Is it
expect
the same topic?
I did not go to a good school. I dropped out, so I have to use the English so people will think I'm actually educated.
Normally. We see that in.
But we have proper educational system in Nigeria. I had a Ghanaians trek to school every day. Even in private universities, they trek to school. We cannot afford it.
Last 5 minutes.
Final
5 minutes.
We will cook him later.
Okay.
I don't want to talk.
Let me cook.
We'll cook.
Dealing with difficult times. That's today's topic. Dealing with difficult times.
I'm going through difficult times.
No matter what you're going to, shall be eating.
That's the cocoa. If you struggle, shall they chop? Because everybody on the face of earth is going through one difficulty or the other. And some might be personal. But today we'll be talking about the general difficulties that people go through. Yeah. Number one is definitely the finances, definitely. Understand? Most people are either working to save or working to pay on bills and rent and everything. So let's start from you, Miss Queen, because if you give me this bombastic side eyes, criminal offense.
You know, every time I'm on the show, Mr. Follow always starts with a man, and there's the law of ladies first, but he never respects it.
But today he's trying to do that.
But today, a round of applause, please.
Okay, the first question goes to you. Give me an example of a difficult phase you went through, and how did you navigate through it? It could be personal, it could be non-personal, but the one you feel that you actually succeeded in defeating, how did you go through the difficult time? Or how do you navigate through your difficult times? If it's a general strategy you used to handle all difficult times, kindly share with us.
But I feel like we're at the beginning of the show. It's weird for me to just, start making me cry from the beginning of the show.
Can I have some tissue, producers? I feel a lot of waterworks will happen today. Okay, you can rest on my clothes. I went and watch.
She's closer to. Oh no,
it's fine.
Ride on like a horse.
Corona, you got
At least we don't have corona in Nigeria again. I had to stay among Ghanaians.
We didn't even have before.
Thank you. 0 cases recorded.
Oh God.
Okay. We also have 200 and something cases.
Sorry, but I gotta add times 3. Okay. How do you go through difficult times? Let's start from there.
First of all, for me, it might seem weird to some people, but I enjoy music a lot. So when I'm going through down times, or whatever it is, I first of all listen to music.
What kind of music?
And calming music, obviously.
What kind of music is calm?
Jesus music.
What kind of
Speak
Jesus
to my soul, Lord.
Okay.
I receive.
So how do you? I do want the Muslims to deal with difficult times if they want to use the music strategy.
I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
We all have our different methods of coping. So I can't say you should also practice the same thing I do.
Okay.
So for me, for example, if I'm very angry for some reason, I just pick up my pods and listen to music. And then it actually works. It actually does calm me. So when I'm going through difficult times, that's my first go-to. And then maybe read books.
What kind of books do you
read?
Wait,
what? Are you saying books are therapeutical?
Don't ask me.
Can we stop? Excuse me, sorry. Are you saying that you read books as a therapy?
That's weird.
That's a weird one.
Like I
you
said,
the music was weird, but it wasn't.
People have different methods of coping. Sometimes I just read and get lost.
What kind of books?
I get lost in the books I read. So, I don't have to think. I don't have to sit down and start thinking about my problem.
As he swiped his hands through our backbones, hearing
Don't listen to him.
What kind of book?
Your own books are even different. How does that even correlate to what she's going through?
Okay. For example, I have this book that my friend sends to me. It's a book of, a combination of Bible passages that you could read when you're going through stuff. Okay. So sometimes when you pick up that book, it will show you like if you're angry or if you're sad or if you're depressed, you could read these Bible passages and they would help you. So I have that I used to cope as well. So, yeah.
Mr. Ray, what is your threshold during difficulties, during difficult times? What is your limit? What limit can you see yourself getting to?
So situations can actually make or make you. Okay. It depends on how you envisage those situations. I am someone who do not really joke with my insights and my discernment a lot. I believe that our spirit man actually talks to us when there's something about to happen, but we do not pay close attention to it. So it is important for you to make room for such times. It's like you taking your pair of trousers to the tailor. You are supposed to create allowances for future growth in weight, right? So if you actually make room for such things, you know that you'll be very good at managing disastrous situations at some point. Now, I'm someone who speaks to my problems a lot, so I look at those difficulties as human beings. So I speak into them. I'm like, hey, look here. You are not going to take the best out of me, I mean, I'm built differently. Now, this actually takes me to a conference I was called to deliver about difficult financial situations, and I define difficulty in an acronym. I think I should share it here. Yeah, and it's more like one that it's more like one that solves or circumvents difficulties. One, D means determination. It means that when you are in difficult moments, you should be determined. do not wave off what your intentions are, what your plans are for the future. You should also ingenuity. We know what ingenuity. Let me be fast about fortitude. Now, I actually gain my fortitude. I gain strength in my difficult moments.
True.
Okay, because I believe that you should, because if not, it will break you down. This mental health is very important. So you should actually find a way to, create that strength. You don't know where those strengths come from. It's in those moments that you turn out to be creative and all of that. Now, F also means focus. Never lose focus. I means innovation. Okay. So let me share a practical example. When I was in my down moment some years back, then I didn't even know that I could be this creative. I turned out to learn new skills during those moments, and it actually helped me a lot. For example, I ended up enrolling for a kickboxing class. I didn't know I would even kickboxing, and it was so good. As far as I feel accomplished, it gives me strength. It takes my mind off the situation. I'm good to go. Courage, unwavering leadership. Now, you see, leadership that's difficult. So L, leadership. Everyone is called to be a leader. It depends on how you answer the call. Okay, so like I said, I personify my challenges. I call out, hey, look, you difficult moments, you know that I am above you. So let me lead you on how to have impact in my life. It is easier said than done, but in that moment, you'll be surprised. Exactly. And then you also have tenacity. Tenacity is the ability to salvage, or the ability to hold in yourself during that challenge. Exactly. So I believe that if we want to answer to the call of difficult times, you should be careful about your emotions, because it starts from here and then it actually transcends to the other part of the body. So you should protect your emotional intelligence. If not, you'll be lashing out on loved one who did nothing to you. So emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is key. Protect your emotional intelligence. Then thought, where you find yourself, the group. Some groups are so toxic that you shouldn't find yourself, because they will speak down on you. And also do not care about what people say in those times. So, because at that point you're in your vulnerable state, any little push can actually trigger exactly. Boom. Someone will say, how are you? Normally you might say, guy, have fun now. But in that moment, have fun, I feel like you're trying to attack me. I'll take it in a different way and I'll react. So it is important to keep those who understand you better around you, because they would be those who would actually fortify you in those moments. So your how would I put it? The society you find you enclose yourself in also matters a lot.
So, Missy,
I knew this was coming to me.
Okay.
I'm not the host, but can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
I'm sorry.
Mr. Follow.
Yes.
What was the first F in difficult?
Fortitude.
Oh, fortitude.
Wow.
I thought it was
Great.
What do you take me for? What do you take me for?
I hope you jotted things down.
I have a photographic memory.
Right.
Yeah. Assimilate. Okay.
What's the you? What's the you?
Sorry, I have.
Sir, what's the you?
Assimilating memory. Not
Sir, what's the you in difficult?
You assimilate.
What's the
so
you?
over to Miss Yami. What are the crazy misconceptions people have about difficult times? Like you mentioned one that I was about to focus on, that people that go through difficult times tend to lash out.
Yeah.
Is that a common trait in most people?
Yes. And I feel like people tend to lash out when they have not been able to discuss or tell someone about what they are going through. When you allow, there was a time we both thought last year at Milestone. I had a very difficult time at the moment. I never knew I was already lashing out on my students. Until parents now were shocked. I think at first they were not sure whether something was right or wrong with me. But later, when they couldn't bear it anymore, they had to talk to the principal. Now the principal came to me and they were like, the parents were shocked because this is not how it used to be. So now I had to date it back. They came like later. And I had to now date it back to when I was actually in that situation. Like, I didn't discuss with anybody. It was just me and God. God help me with this. I was supposed to actually maybe just lay it out with someone. So at least I'm not bearing. So the more I keep having it, the more I'm letting it out on my students. So now the principal had to tell me, no, but she wouldn't know what was going on. So sincerely, I think people just tend to lash out. And I feel like when people become too, when they become too much of themselves, like they just go pick themselves and they stay alone. And I've heard about situations where some people who used to, they say when someone is very active, overactive, check on them as well.
Like,
I mean,
it's a sign of depression.
No.
Definitely not you, Mr.
Not you, of course. But then we wouldn't even know if something is wrong with him because it's always active.
Yeah, because it's always
I heard of
there.
people who wrote depressing letters and then they killed themselves. And then the friends would be like, but we were still, we were still together last night and everything was fine. How come we didn't notice it? So they say that even that your active friend, check on them. Yeah. That's your very quiet friend, that friend that has just secluded themselves, check on them. So I think people do different kind of things when it comes to difficult times.
I agree with you. They say the people that are the loudest are the ones that go through a lot. Why those that are quiet? People.
I mean, according to maybe research or something.
What
some
research,
people,
ma?
I saw it online, so you don't have to accuse me of what research online as well, whether it is confirmed or not. But it was just like when that friend becomes like hyper. Normally they're active, but when it's not looking too hyper, please.
I saw a video that was very close to that. So there were two guys, friends, and they would usually go to to watch matches together. And there was the one that was always seated and it was always looking down. But then there was the one that was always coming. I was like, hey Alpha, hey, what's up? Like every time. And then one time he just didn't come, he didn't show up, and then that was it. He was gone. So everybody at first when you saw the video, we're all focused on the person that was always sitting down and down. But the person that was actually going through stuff was the one that was active and
so it was covering. It was using all those activity to cover a lot.
Some
of
people use humor as well.
And I think that's why we should all just generally be
guilty.
Be kind
to people.
Be kind to people.
That's why we should
be
people kind to
really
people.
notice that whenever I'm more comedic, whenever I tend to crack jokes more, that means I'm actually trying to relieve myself of the stress.
People have different coping mechanisms.
I'm guilty about that one. If you see me doing extra, in quotes, extra, you can't even see me going extra. I am automatically extra.
Anyway.
You understand? But I think I can go extra. I'm actually trying to, it's a coping mechanism, like you said, just try to calm myself down. Like the more, if I see people laugh, I feel like I'm okay. It's weird, right? I know. If I can make you laugh, I have this joy. That I'm cool, I'm fine. But if I'm talking to somebody and the person is not laughing, I'll be like, this person is actually.
And the problem go choking.
Understand? But now I know the right sources or the right people to talk to. That I know if I talk to them and they laugh, it's like you said, your society. I'm about to ask the same question. Okay, before I go to the next question, we're doing a quick activity. I have 9 common life situations that people go through. I'll list the 9. You take them 3. No, I'll give you 3. And immediately, do not generalize, please. Just tell us how do you expect people to cope with such situations. For Mr. Ray, I will give you quarter life crisis and midlife crisis, breakups and changing friends.
You should have given me changing friends. But changing friends is so heartbreaking.
Well, do people still change friends? Okay. Now, Mr. Ray will talk about that. For Miss Queen, I'll give you failures.
Which one is failures now, sir?
My list is
heartbreaking already.
I have divorce here, but I think nobody who can talk about divorce. Sorry, I haven't been married.
Doesn't matter.
It's possible.
You don't talk about divorce. Okay, let me swap. Let me give Mr. Ray. No, not like you've been divorced though.
I
have Ghanaians go through more divorce than ever. So I believe you have seen or you have experienced.
That's not true.
Anything.
5 minutes. Last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes.
You have time to explain yourself.
Anyways, no problem.
Okay, Mr. Ray, I'll give you quarter life crisis or midlife crisis. Divorce and breakup and divorce is somehow related.
I say quarter life crisis.
I don't know
quarter life crisis. Okay, midlife crisis.
Midlife
quarter life is like 25.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, midlife is say 40, 50.
Okay, midlife is from 40. Quarter life is from
You
meant to clock 25.
Yeah.
Issue. You might say problems.
Yeah.
That an eye opener. So you give us an experience and you tell the viewers how to walk through it. Okay, I'll not talk about midlife. I believe that you've not got into the midlife.
I can speak about. I can say one or two things about midlife crisis.
Ghanaians and their young faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
it's got good genes.
Got good genes. Wache and Kora, egg.
And to say that egg.
If you should miss egg in the Ghanaian, you should miss egg in the Ghanaian man's house.
By the time we are done with you, you'll be smoking on.
You can't even say we're racist because we are of the same race. So I'm not sure what he's saying.
Okay. And the next show, bring like a crate of egg for the
for the gods.
Yeah, for the gods. So what is quarter? Okay, quarter life crisis, breakup, and divorce. Miss Queen, changing friends, failure, and losing a job. Miss Yemi, getting old, getting injured, and falling sick. Let's start with Mr. Ray. Quarter life crisis. We have just like two minutes each to just.
Okay.
Quarter life crisis, most especially, is what everybody is going through. Nobody can skip it, even if your father is down.
So you saying
no? I don't think everybody goes through it.
What? No.
Every single person.
The moment you clock 25, everything changes.
What if you were already made before 25? No, there are people that.
Even the richest set of people still go through quarter life crisis. Now, quarter life crisis is like a general word for everything. Losing friends is part of the quarter, because the older you get, the lesser your friends. The older you get, the more you get more mature. The things you used to do before, you don't do them again. You cannot be like me. Understand? So, to you, Mr. Harry, how do you want people to deal with quarter life crisis?
Okay, so basically, first of all, you need to look at the naissance. That's the birthing stage of one. How the person was able to grow up. I mean, in that particular environment. So I grew up more. I missed older people. Okay. So I mean, when I was, let's say 14, 15, I mean, my friends were 30, 40 years old. So you get to hear things like, man, there's this professional course here, there's this thing here, oh, I need this investment there. So already I had an overview of what exactly I wanted in my life. But here comes reality, and here comes what you want, right? Now, our system made us believe that once you're done with degree, I said it in the previous show, that when you are done with degree, you are made. You just get a job immediately. But it wasn't so. You get to realize that you need to fight for it, and life itself is a battle. So, and especially looking at how your friends are succeeding, it becomes more terrifying to you. Like, am I really doing the right thing? Am I taking the right decisions? But look at my friends. This one thing: do not compare yourself with somebody, because we all have different destinies. True. And always take whatever crisis you face as a way or a growth stage. You are learning growth. Now, you see, it's more like when you want to introduce a product into the market, you're supposed to do a market analysis to make sure, gather the inferences, make sure that people have comments about it. Now, if you realize that the no's are more, you do what you call product re-engineering. So that product re-engineering, it is you. What are you changing about yourself? True. What are the things you need to adapt to? What are the new techniques, or what are the new skills you need to add to yourself to achieving what you have planned for yourself? Competition is good, but unhealthy competition is bad.
Terrible.
So know what you compete about. Because if I have my friends, when they're telling me that, oh, look, I'm doing this course, I'm doing this, I say, oh, wow, that's good. Don't envy. Be like, can I do this? Is it part of what I want to do?
What I want.
Then you go for it. Exactly. Go for it. I have friends as of now, they want to say, guy, this thing happen for you. Let's go. This thing happen for you. Let's go. Are you okay in your head? Like, you should know what you want. What is your main goal in this life? What's your objective? Don't follow the wind. You see. Now breakups. I believe that. Okay, so
go touch everybody.
Okay, with breakups, I believe in healthy breakups.
But if
healthy breakups,
like
no breakup is healthy.
No. You should
like when
one party
mutual.
I understand.
It doesn't stop the hurt.
Yes,
of course. It doesn't mean it isn't healthy.
Okay. So you see, I am very selective about who I decide to be with. Okay, first of all, you should be intellectually sound, and you should be matured. Okay, because if I need to resonate with someone who is thinking on the same level as me. So if I'm talking about my life careers, I don't want to be hearing things like, I'm going shopping.
She should not shop.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
You're saying your bullshit. Shouldn't she shop?
All the girls. Okay, no, we have limited time.
Yeah.
Let's not go.
See, at this juncture of my life, I need someone who will be talking about, I think we should go into real estate. Let's invest into this property.
Mr. Ray, thank you very much, Mr. Ray. So many bullets are flying around. Please. Okay, I will have to.
As of now, Mr. Ray is
Mr. Ray, please, thank you. Please, Miss Queen, sorry for cutting you short. I feel like arrows are going in the air, so we will skip that breakup, and I believe nobody is going to break up. Work on your partner.
You asked me a question.
No, work on your partner. We have limited time. Work on your partner and quit the shopping. Changing friends. How do you deal with changing friends' difficulties?
I have very few friends, so.
What if those few friends should wake up on Monday and leave?
It's not possible because before I would get close to you or become friends with you, I must
Can you beat your chest and say none of your close friends have left you?
Yes.
What if they
No, I can't actually. I have experience.
Racist human being.
I have experience.
Most friends that left are Ghanaians, right?
But do you know that
most likely,
most times friendship breakups, they are more they are more painful than actual relationship breakups. Because imagine someone you're really friends with and knows exactly, and then the person just messes up
you like that.
Yeah.
One try with me.
Best thing to do is just know your circle, like
redefine your circle.
Not redefine make your selection based off of people that are on the same path with you or people that have the same mindset with you. And then maybe you wouldn't have to break up. You wouldn't have to break up with your friends.
Losing your job and getting older.
Getting old is inevitable. You have to get old.
How do you get old? How do you do
like
that?
This?
You have to just get old. So I think we should come with we should come in terms with the fact that we will get old.
Okay.
So some people are scared of getting old, but we actually have to get old anyway, because we were not the same way we were before. So we don't have to put ourselves through fears. And maybe one can just look for diet if you don't want to quickly get look for a diet or something, because these days being young at 40 is what it is right now. Like 40s, 50s are still so young. So it means that you might want to follow the footsteps of what are these people doing? Are they going to exercises? Are they on diet? What are they doing? And losing job, there's this thing someone told me and has never left me, is that there's always an employer for every employee and there's always a job for every, there's always something. So when you lose a job, it is just the time for you to change. Maybe it's the time to change your field, environment. Look for something new to do for yourself. There's always a job that will be awaiting you. So keep searching. A friend of mine told me, I told him, how did you get this job in UK? He was like, keep searching. And then I thought it was just maybe one or two things. He said, no, as many as you can. You get? So you're going to send a lot, so don't just give
sometimes,
up. Don't
that thing weighs down on you. Like, you're sending so many applications and then nothing positive is
even on YouTube, the guys who have done it will tell you that. They will tell, some are very truthful, they will tell you that this is not 50, this is not 100. Like, you just keep sending. Someone said that they've been sending him interviews for pilots. So, even the pilots, the saying that pilots you don't apply for. Say, I'm not a pilot, why am I being interviewed for being a pilot? So it means that the person has sent so many applications and all of that. So we should not back down, please.
In concerning the losing your job, I believe if you should know yourself, you should know that if this is good for me or this is bad for me, like you feel like you deserve better. Like an example, I had a quarrel with my HR, and the next thing is that we don't need you again. Woman, I packed my bags and I left. No qualms. I walked away from the school. I told one of the Akaiso, I left the school immediately. In less than 3 hours, the owner of the school called me back, begging me to come back. I'm not bragging about it. I knew my worth.
Know your worth and add taxes.
I took my bag and I left. Some people cannot deal with that. Some people cannot do it. Some people are scared. I'll go home and rest. Other people are asleep. Wake up. God, we do it.
God factor.
Yeah. Let me beef up with what you just said. When you're working in an organization over a longer period, it is important that you quit and look for other opportunities before you end up into a cataclysmic situation.
Sir?
We wrap up with the word clack.
Just rephrase it using a simpler English.
Yeah, so in a disruptive situation. Yeah, so what you see, when you're working in that organization,
I've just said that.
I mean, even though that one is even still big, but then
okay, we're running up with this.
Okay, so when you're working in an organization over a long time, you become a bit monotonous, and they've seen you finish. Okay,
finish. Finish.
Because Ghanaians be beating around the bush.
monotonous.
So ideally, I believe if you've been working in an organization within a life of a span of 5 years, you should try as much as possible to apply for new opportunities.
And they actually give an opportunity for a bigger bid.
Exactly, because if you work in that, you will be disrespected if care is not taken. Because they feel they don't see you finish. What are you offering again? You know, what are you bringing to the table? Relationship stuff. So it is important that you learn to look for new avenues. I mean, that would help you a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we keep telling you viewers, please be cataclysmic
and don't be monotonous
and avoid see finish. And
it causes disruptive substance.
And with the host and the guest, I believe that for every difficult time, God will make a way.
Yeah.
And there's already a way. The Bible says, I will not
Show
put you in a situation that there's no way out. So I believe that whatever you may be going through, you will get through it. You get to right. With this, we say thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you very much for viewing. Oh, they have their signature on the pillow already. We don't want to. Sorry,
I could sign
and
for it.
Ghanaians have bigger handwriting, so they will fill up the space.
With Mr. Reyes signing it.
I'm sorry. We say we love you, Ghanaians. We love you.
Are they helpful?
Bye. Ghanaians are not equal to Nigerians. No Ghanaian rice. Nothing like Ghanaian rice. Nigerians are the best. We love you. Bye.
Bye.